Hey there, welcome back to Tower Talk Live. Myself, Ellie Osborne, Emma Jerome. We've been chatting a lot, but hey, it's time to bring in our third wheel. And our third wheel for this beautiful Friday is one of my everyday Northwest cohorts. His name, Jeremiah Stroup, bringing the juice over here to Tower Talk Live. How are you, Jeremiah?
I'm well, thank you. Good to see you.
Happy to have you here for real this time.
Yes.
We'll have you guys know we did some practice rehearsal Tower Talk Live over the past few weeks. And we pretended like they were real. So me, Allie, and Jeremiah, for no one else's entertainment, ate baby food. Well, I smelled it. I refused to eat it.
We had some weird stories that you'll probably never see, but in the meantime...
Oh, well, I don't know how they would ever see them. They weren't recorded.
Just some real bonding moments for everybody here at the table.
Jeremiah, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is the juice? The juice with Jeremiah Stroup. What is it? How did that come to be?
Yes. Well, our executive producer, Brian, who also spends a lot of time in Vegas, as I do, kind of has that kind of vibe, like if you got the juice, right?
For sure.
But we just squeeze the best from the Pacific Northwest. We want to like keep the juicy content flowing, events, happenings, amplifying diverse voices. Yeah. It's fun and fresh.
Yeah.
Where do you find your stories?
I literally just have been a part of this community, you know, for basically my whole life. So I just literally like think about what would people tuning in want to hear about as far as like local events, small businesses, and diverse voices. I want this kind of unsung heroes or the unknown to kind of come to the forefront. Yeah. But every week I just think about, you know, what should we talk about? And it comes to me, you know?
I love it. Well, let's talk about your history in the Portland area because you've been reporting ever since you were a teen.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
I was a teen reporter for a different morning show, and I was job shadowing my freshman year of high school, going to Newburgh High, and that is where I called up all the TV stations. Hey, can I come in and job shadow? They're like, no. And then finally one of the stations were like, sure, come in. And I had this opportunity to sit in the booth for part of the production and then sit in the audience for this morning show. And then I was like kind of persistent and precocious. I kept coming back like, hey, do you need help? Do you need this or that? And eventually I remember getting that phone call. We are thinking about doing this teen journalist thing. Would you be interested? And I was like,
interesting.
Peed my pants in. I was like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jumped up and down. That was definitely like one of those calls that was life-changing for me.
What's a story that you covered while you were a teen reporter that sticks with you to this day?
My first ever, they sent me to a shopping place. Okay, Fred Meyer, I'm going to say.
You can say Fred Meyer. You can say Fred Meyer. That's fine.
And I was doing back to school.
Yeah.
So we were like in the aisle, we were grabbing different items, and honestly, it was like my first time, but I look back and I'm like, that was one of my best segments. I mean, they took the time to like produce it and make it graphically cool, but also I just was like, here we go. And I went in and jumped in and we had like backpacks and binders and fun little jokes.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Oh, I have another one though.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Tell us.
Helen Raptis, who again is a local icon, she was the roving reporter when I was the teen reporter.
Okay.
They sent us to Bullwinkle's in Wilsonville. We're in a
Love Bullwinkle's,
right?
yes.
They got the mini golf and all this stuff. So they put us in a virtual roller coaster. And it doesn't work. Like the visuals didn't work. So we're just locked in this roller coaster that's turning us all around, but there were no visuals. So she's just screaming and I'm just laughing as we're in like pitch dark. And it's like, you know, a virtual roller coaster that did not work that particularly.
That's hilarious. I mean, she might have been traumatized from that moment.
Oh
She'll
my
probably
gosh.
never forget.
So you grew up in Newburgh?
Yep.
And then, did you know Travis Tyke at all growing up? Is that a weird question? He's from Dundee.
No, I didn't.
You know,
cross paths.
Never. Well, you know, I just hear Newburgh, Dundee. It's kind of like, oh, you own a dog. My friend has a dog. Maybe you guys know each
Well,
other.
Ali was at Sherwood High, right?
Yeah, I was at Sherwood High. I never ran into Travis Tyke, so.
Yeah, but Newburgh and Dundee are different than Newburgh and Sherwood.
I mean, I was hanging out in Newburgh all the time. They had a great panaderia down there that had some really good conchas, and so I was there after school. But I never ran into Travis Tyke during that as well. But I mean,
further propelling the rumors that Travis doesn't exist. He's just a figment of all of our imaginations.
that's a current rumor.
A rumor that I
going around.
just started just now.
Is Travis real? Question mark. More at 11. But I mean, I loved growing up in that area. It's just such a beautiful part of the state to really grow up in. What were some of your like favorite memories, favorite places in Newburgh as you grew up?
I joke about how today it's wine country, but when I grew up there, the
Country,
country.
yep.
A lot of cow pastures and not a lot, but it's developed so much. Obviously, on the way to the Oregon coast, a beautiful little stop along the way. But a lot of wineries now. So, Gym 100,
Okay.
awesome food.
Period. I know Gym 100.
And
yeah.
then I literally was thinking about this, maybe having kind of a dream. They used to have Coney Islands, which were these long, like foot-long hot dogs
Okay.
at the Dairy Queen, which now Dairy Queen's like this big franchise, but they allowed them, after they kind of revamped it, to keep it on the menu
Just in Newburgh?
for a while. Now if you go, you probably can't get it, but literally it was like you'd pull up to it, it was just like old school, and you could order a Coney Island with like cheese and chili or whatever, and get a nacho. I mean, they had this food that I would always beg my parents, I'm like, can we please go?
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, my first job was the Dairy Queen in Puyallup, and we did not have that. So
What was your first job?
I was
Was
a
it the
host
team-
I was a host at Sherry's.
Oh, period. R.I.P. though. Did you have a favorite pie?
Oh man, gosh, there were so many. I definitely was like a chocolate vibe one for sure.
Well, I mean, pie still exists, even if Sherry's doesn't.
Yeah, but that sour cream and lemon from Sherry's will never come back. I don't know how to make it. So
Well, you can always learn, my love. So
Yeah,
we'll
no.
work on that.
learning it always is there.
Yeah.
Learning is always an option. So
Yeah, to add to the conversation, my first job when I was 15, host at the Portland Old Spaghetti Factory.
Ooh.
okay,
Host
so
and
we
busser.
all had
Service
Food
job,
service.
food service jobs. I mean, mine felt less like food service. I was 15 years old. My mom had to drive me. I didn't have a license. I was
Yep.
like, I was really confused on how the computer worked. One time my boss asked me if I hated the customers, and I was like, I'm just really confused. Like, I have what I call like fix your face syndrome. Like I can't hide what I'm feeling on my face, and I don't have like RBF. I have like resting like upset face or like confused face. So after 6 months of working at the Dairy Queen, I decided, I was like, I don't need this. I don't like this very much. I would spend all my money on teriyaki, and then I was like, my parents cook for me. I don't need this.
I don't
And that was
need
the
this.
first.
I mean,
I don't need this.
I don't
There's not
need
even
this.
hot
That's
dogs
funny.
at this Dairy Queen, so
Not
Yeah.
Coney Island hot dogs.
No.
Those
I
sound
think it
quite
was
good.
like a special thing that only that Newburgh
That is crazy.
location had.
that's
And
really
I gotta look into
special.
that.
food
That's-
memories for sure.
That is so lit. Well, okay. What is next on our little cards
Oh.
here? Because we are chatting up a storm.
We are. So you are kind of like really involved in the beauty space, like
Yes.
that's what I've noticed. Like you have all these like skincare products that you bring around, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that just like, was that something that happened naturally? You also have gorgeous skin, so I mean.
Thank you. I
it's
tried
up-
to dust off before he came on, so I
Yeah.
wasn't too shiny for the people. So when I was 19 going to community college, I met a guy at a casting call, and he introduced me to an opportunity for me to actually start my own online business.
Okay.
So a lot of the brands that I work with and rep have used for years, and so that made me aware. Because it's like if you inherited like a vitamin company, or you found out that you were a co-owner in like a skincare company, you'd be like, I probably should try this stuff and study it. And so that was just kind of part of that like lifestyle marketing. And then as I've gotten older, I've realized how important like skincare is, good nutrition, you know, inside out, outside in. So that's why I have it all around, and I'm always sharing the wealth and slipping little goodies to people because I like to be generous in that way.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on like the fad, like we talked about the salmon sperm facial
Oh my
the other
gosh,
day.
yeah.
Or like, what is your opinion of like fad skincare? Is there like something that's like stood the test of time, or like, what is?
I think, well, first of all, this is what I would say, because we did have a dermatologist on the show.
Yes, we did.
Dr. Omar Q-Tub, and we're talking about spring and summer skincare so you can get your glow going. SPF.
Yep.
That I think is like so important to protect yourself from the sun, but in the Northwest there's so much overcast that people are like, oh, I don't need it. And there's probably days where I, you know, slack a little bit, but I'm just more aware. If you want to age quick, never use sunscreen. You know,
Okay.
if you like wrinkles, do that. But otherwise, I think, you know, definitely that's a mainstay. And all the brands that I use have a lot of plant-based goodness because your skin's an organ. You want to like nourish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus just like
The
you know,
largest organ, right? You've also had a lot of jobs. Tell me about like your trajectory of life. I mean, you were saying it was kind of like you had the Sherry's thing keep you for a while until you like didn't need it anymore, but you've also hosted, acted, modeled, I assume. I mean, you don't look like that and not model.
For sure.
So, but you like have a really good philosophy about work, and I want you to share it with our lovely viewers.
Well, sure. Okay. I believe that I used to think like work was so bad, but I really believe it's about cultivating, it's about creating, it's about contributing. I think the challenge is it feels like work when you want to be doing something else, right? But if you're like, hey, I'm in the moment, I'm enjoying it, I think there's something beautiful about that. And I think, you know, I see both of you ladies, lovely ladies, rock it in this profession that does take a lot of work and energy, but you continue to have that passion because you're sharing stories that matter, you know, you're amplifying things that I think need to be seen and heard. So I love that.
Yeah.
For sure.
1000%. Well, next up, I believe one of our producers added in.
Nope. Those are the answers.
Those are the answers.
no!
Oh
Wait.
no! Well, I didn't read them that much, so that's okay.
Wait,
But
hold on. Wait,
hold on. Ah! We're trying to find our things.
This is live, people.
Sorry, folks.
Anything
This is live.
can
We
happen.
just get a little bit behind the curtain. We get a bunch of cards.
Oh, I got
and we
it.
them
Okay,
together.
no, close your eyes.
So, yeah,
Close your eyes.
Closing my eyes.
Okay, so we have a game.
Closing.
We have a game called Guess the Price of the Supplement.
Work.
So I'm going to lead this. I'm going to try this.
Okay.
Wow. Here's the
Samantha
Samantha
answers. I don't wanna
and
look at this.
Grayson, if you're listening, maybe we try numbering the cards in the future. So then if it just goes like off the rails.
Well, we're always off the rails.
Stop.
But, okay, yeah.
Okay, guess the price of the supplement.
Yes.
So the first one is Vivia Capsules Red Grape Cell Superfood. The description is that it enhances delivery of oxygen / nutrients to body tissue.
So guess the price.
Should be more like, is it a racket or not? But I'm not a doctor, so I can't answer that.
I would say, I mean, it sounded kind of fancy, Jeremiah. So I'm thinking around Vivia capsules.
Or Vivia.
But the capsules to me,
Vinia
capsules,
Vinia.
Red grape superfood. There's a lot of words in there that make it sound fancy.
I
Make it
love
sound like
grapes.
it's going to be a little more expensive than you think. But also capsules make me think cheaper. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's probably like an antioxidant type of vibe, and I'm still going to say like $29.
What do you mean
25.
antioxidant? This is, it is extra oxidant. It enhances the delivery of oxygen and nutrients.
Different way. Well, we're both in like the 25, 30 area.
bucks. Okay.
Okay.
A 1 month subscription for these Vinia capsules is $45.
Whoa. Okay.
And a
all
year
right.
is $349. I don't know what it does. Like,
Okay. Period. All right.
Now
Sure.
we've
Good
got
for them.
Good for them.
the
Make money.
anytime you need energy vitamin.
Oh, I need the anytime you need energy vitamin. What?
Oh,
What is
I
it?
have a question. Have you guys ever tried those vitamin-esque adjacent things from the gas station? You know what I'm talking
Like a
about.
5-hour energy.
Nope,
or-
it's
I've tried a 5-hour
a
energy.
pill. You're
like-
talking about popping a
Yeah, they
gas
have like those
station.
pills, and they have like
I'm feeling adventurous.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
You know,
say,
like the rainbow pills. Like I never know what they're advertising.
You know, usually for the most part, when I go in a gas station, I usually just get a water and a Red Bull and don't touch much else. To be honest, I'm like, I don't want to get.
You know
near
how,
any of
like-
that.
Especially the bathroom door handle. Just
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just
So
grab
next
the
time when you
water,
tune in and
Red
we
Bull,
have a
bye.
bowl full of pills in the middle, it'll be like, guess that gas station.
Yes, yeah.
They're sold. I mean, it's not even over the counter at that point. It's like,
Just
it
walk
can't be
up.
that harmful.
It's just counter.
I think a
I
few
mean-
things slipped by the FDA, but
I was gonna say, you never know. You never know. Again,
We don't know. but
water,
we're journalists.
Red Bull, maybe a jerky stick. Leave.
Okay, so what
Usually.
about the anytime you need energy vitamin?
Oh yeah.
Jitter-free energy.
Oh, I need that. How much would this be? Well, it would be priceless to me. It would be priceless to me. As I've said, my Red Bull addiction is severe.
I have the answers now, producer Grayson. Thanks for
Oh,
that.
well, I just got the answer. But Jeremiah, do you want to guess?
okay, since everyone knows.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess $40.
$159.
No way.
It's
What?
a racket.
What?
Okay,
Well,
now we've got
you know,
Nature's Bounty
priceless.
ashwagandha supplement.
I love
Ashwagandha.
ashwagandha.
So do I.
I just
thought-
popped one before.
If you know what this is, what is your judgment on how much this will be? 'Cause-
So the Neutralite brand that I work with has been around for 90 years, like the OG for plant-based goodness. They own like certified organic farms, all this stuff. So they have like an organic ashwagandha, and it's still like under 40 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was on TikTok, as I am,
As we are.
and I like taking ashwagandha, and in an effort to be more natural about like anxiety relief. The best endorsement I ever saw of ashwagandha was some girl was like holding like ashwagandha, and she goes, "This got me over a breakup," and I was like, "Period."
You're like, I'm on it.
I was like, okay, and it's natural,
Roll
and
it
it's
out.
like non-intoxicating.
Yeah.
It's it's like, if you've been through a breakup where you needed to take something to get over it, like ashwagandha, that's perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
Big
the
fan, yep.
$20
It
for
just takes the-
ashwagandha.
oh, they said
20 bucks? Okay,
And
that's fine.
I think it just takes the edge off because I still care. I'm a passionate person. I just
Yeah.
don't care quite as much when I've got the ashwagandha in my system.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can survive this.
I completely understand that. I'm not like, I have a therapist for this. We don't need to get into this. But
Hey,
we
I'm
are
enjoying it.
just getting things started. Jeremiah, word on the street is that you're a very big Star Wars fan.
Yes.
Wow.
Is that
Yes.
true?
Is that true, or is this
We'll find out
alleged?
after the break.
Yeah.
We need to get some TTL cups.
We do need some
cups.
TTL cups. Welcome back to
Yeah.
Tower Talk Live. That's perfect, Jeremiah. So, word on the street, you sounded surprised, so I got confused.
Yeah.
But it's true. You are a Star Wars and a sci-fi fan. So, do
Yeah.
you have any, like, May the 4th be with you plans happening this weekend?
I don't. I'm going to keep my lightsaber sheathed, I think. But I would say it is a huge holiday, obviously nationwide, and I'll be straight up. I love Star Wars, but I went to a Star Trek convention.
Oh, period.
when I
When?
was in middle school.
That's awesome.
Well, do you have a favorite Star Trek character?
Geordi from Star Trek
Do you
Next
see
Generation.
this?
But yes.
I love it.
But there is proof that that I'm a Jedi. Yes, there you go. May the juice be with you.
May the juice
Oh,
be
wow.
with you.
That's something.
Ooh, that,
I
that
love it.
move.
And we also have a bunch of different things going on in the area this weekend for Star Wars Day. I'm going to
So
read
if
some
you
of them
do
down
want to
here.
celebrate Star Wars Day,
Yes, we've got your roundup.
you don't need
in
Jeremiah
They
to
got to
do it.
hook up.
We have a lot going on.
What?
Star Wars bike ride.
Ooh.
That is happening at Wilshire Park, Northeast Skidmore, in Northeast 35th Place in Portland from 1 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. on Sunday, if you're interested.
Okay, so how about when we read the rest of these, we just give like an overview because they can probably find the details on KOIN.com.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Go to
A
KOIN.com.
Star Wars night carnival.
Ooh.
Read
It
it.
sounds like there's some cabaret acts that are going to be dressed as characters from the Star Wars
It sounds
movie.
like circus, fringe,
movies.
and cabaret acts perform dressed as characters.
I mean, it sounds phenomenal. I would love to see like a Twi'lek performance.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. So there was some cabaret show, Star Wars thing that a few of my friends went to. I guess it would have been a couple of years ago at this point. And there was supposed to be like sexy Jabba the Hutt or like, I have literally no idea.
Oh, work. How did
Like,
that come together?
I wasn't there.
You
I
heard
have
about it.
boundaries.
Well, did your friends let you know what happened?
Obviously not, because this story is very loose and falling apart as I'm telling it. But it might be. It's called like. I think it's like a traveling thing. I think it's like
Okay.
a thing that
I
happens.
literally was just in Vegas and saw like a Star Wars strip tease
Oh,
show that's opened.
period.
Pray tell.
Love that.
I just saw the graphics. I didn't get to see it myself yet, but I'll be back in Vegas later this month, so who knows.
Yeah.
But literally, because there is a little sexy vibe with Star Wars.
I mean, come on, the
Princess
Leia bathing
Leia?
suit. Yeah.
There's definitely some of that.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. There's also a Star Wars weekend happening at the Washington Square Mall. We
Ooh.
talked about that on Everyday Northwest earlier today. You can make a bunch of Lego Star Wars creations, which seems really fun. There's a Star Wars pub crawl at Binary Brewing.
Yeah, that
Shout
sounds like
out.
something they would do. I love Binary Brewing. They've like really tapped into like the nerd culture.
Oh, yeah, they're
like,
awesome.
Geek culture. They're like that's like their thing. So that
Yeah,
makes a lot.
Binary Brewing had like a burger special last year that I went to with sports anchor Brenna Green. It was really good. We both really raved about those burgers. It was fabulous.
Period.
Yeah. Not to tangent, but to tangent. It was pretty good. So,
I do have a fun fact. I
Oh, what's
looked up.
good?
Chewbacca's voice is a mix of bear, walrus, lion, and badger sounds. Basically, he's the ultimate animal remix.
Interesting.
wonder he has so much
Do either of you
personality.
do? Can either of you do a Chewbacca noise?
I can try.
I mean,
That's all I think of is just like it sounds more like a
Jeremiah.
bird though.
I'm so worried about what's gonna come out of my mouth. Like,
Allie, I don't have to lie to him.
oh no!
But I mean,
I don't know what noise that was.
You
Sorry.
know, it takes as you
I
can.
feel like you leaned too heavy into the badger.
Woo, I've never made that noise before in my life. So
Too much badger. Oh my gosh.
I want to say these two lovely ladies are so fun, and we were cracking up, even though you didn't see the footage, when we were testing the baby food
Oh my god.
in the unreleased content. Because, well, first of all, she did not eat the baby food, and I'm going to put her on blast for that. But Allie did like the tiniest little bit, and I was like, I'm going to do it for the TV, only to know that it's never going to see the light of day. But I
Yeah.
did get in that and eat the baby food.
No, and then I smelled one of them, but it accidentally touched my mouth. I started freaking out because I
it
hate
was so-
accidentally eating food. I
That-
guess.
Don't you?
Don't you
my
hate
God.
when that happens?
It's a texture thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a
it was
texture
interesting.
thing.
Yeah, well, it's meant for people without teeth. So,
Yeah. Well, this is
I-
true.
speaking
this is
of
true.
Vegas,
The
Great
segues are
transition.
spot on. Yes.
no, it was a callback. He said,
Yeah. No, I'm
two
with you. I'm
questions.
rocking
The
with you.
first,
Yeah.
what's the best Vegas buffet? I never go, and I need you to tell me. And second, why do you go so often?
So part of my online enterprise is I help people really from coast to coast. I don't hop on planes that much, but one of the teams I work with has a dentist based in Las Vegas, and her brother also is a self-employed guy. So I fly out to help them like once a month and just kind of meet with them and consult them a bit. So that's what kind of originally got me going out to Vegas.
Okay.
I do enjoy it. It's nice, though. I shorten my trips like June, July, August, because it's so nice here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't want to leave.
And it's kind of excruciating, like really, really
Oh,
hot
and it
over
gets
there.
way too hot.
Yeah.
I have this whole like staycation like concept I'm trying to like develop. That's like, why would you leave the Northwest
You're so
during
right.
these next 90 days? Like, save your money for a rainy day because we know it's coming, right?
Yep.
So just like, don't escape. But yeah, so that's fun. And Bacchanal, Caesar's Palace,
Oh,
their buffet is like top notch.
Okay, I went to Vegas for a dance competition when I was like a teenager.
oh.
I didn't know
So
you had
the worst
moves.
time to go.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
you're
nothing to
dating.
do.
no, here's the tea. So, first of all, it was like a national. Yeah, I did like ballet and competition dance growing up. You will not see me like.
Classically trained.
You won't see me like break it down. Well, okay, I will break it down, but that's not my forte. I digress. You can catch me. You could have caught 14-year-old Emma Jerome there was an arcade. What's the one that's like King Arthur's court themed, the castle themed one?
Excalibur.
Yes, catch Emma Jerome in the Excalibur basement, spending all my father's money, winning all of the prizes.
Yeah, there you go.
In an
am
arcade.
So in an arcade, I am blown away that I don't have like a gambling problem or like an addictive personality like that, because if you get me in an arcade, bye, you're never gonna see me again.
No, arcades are so
Also,
fun.
great story about just like how pure humanity can be. I lost my cell phone in the basement of the Excalibur arcade thing, and a gentleman found it and called the most recent person on my phone and returned it to me in the middle of Las Vegas.
That's
like
awesome.
like people
wow.
are good.
Yeah, people are good. I would say, speaking of Vegas, I go there, I would say.
You actually go quite a bit.
I go quite a bit. I have family over there, so I do go quite often. I love the Vegas Strip, but occasionally it will kind of like overstimulate me. If that
you
makes
don't
sense.
say.
Oh, you
Locals
know,
avoid the Strip is what I've been through.
I'm the kind of person to be like, bird. But I love the Arts District. The Arts District is
Downtown.
pretty cool. Yes, the downtown.
It's very Portland vibe, don't you
It's
think?
super Portland, and I love. They've got like a lot of different tiki bars. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I don't know if it's like the Golden Tiki or what it's called, but I love. There's a lot of tiki bars over there. That's,
Allie
like,
is
wonderful.
obsessed with tiki
I
bars.
Yeah.
Sat next to. In fact, I got to text him after the show. Can't forget. Adam, great guy. I go to Pink, which is Lisa Vanderpump's new spot at
Yes.
the Flamingo. Guess who? And I just go up to the bar. I'm like, I'm hungry. So I sit next to this guy. He said, "Oh yeah, it's open." Have this great conversation. The guy's from the Food Network.
Oh, period.
He's been working with Chop for like many seasons, and so we're having this great conversation. And he is flying from Vegas. He's had a long layover, so from Vegas to Arizona for a tiki bar conference.
Oh, love
So
it.
I Google and I was like, wait, we have a tiki bar in Oregon.
Yes, we have
called-
multiple.
Well, we have multiple called the Alibi. And I'm pulling it up, and then I'm getting the history of it. They've been around since like the 1800s.
Yes, they're the oldest
What?
tiki bar in Oregon. Yep.
And then it's had all these different iterations, and then overseas, like our military deployed, and they got a flavor for tropical drinks, and so they came back, and it wasn't just like, whiskey on the rocks or whatever. They had all these really inventive, creative drinks. I had no clue. I'm getting all this education, like, researching stuff and talking to this guy, and I was like, tiki bars. I had no
They're
Like
lit.
the culture
idea
and the
how much
history?
respect I have for them now.
They're lit.
Also, if this tiki bar has been around since the 1800s, it's literally older than Oregon, right?
Well, I think the tiki bar concept, but I think at least the Alibi is like 1900s.
The
Okay.
Alibi is very, very old. We can look that up and
Yeah.
try to find that out later. But no, the Alibi's been around. It's like Oregon's oldest tiki bar.
What got you into really enjoying tiki bars?
Because I come from a Disney adult family and we're all weird. That's probably why.
Heard it here. The Alibi or just tiki bars in general? The Alibi, 1947, producer Grayson says it opened.
Oh, fascinating. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That is
a long time.
Really, who would have thunk that when it's me, 3 beers in, scream singing "I'm the Only One" by Melissa Etheridge in The Alibi, that I was a part of history too.
You were. I mean, the Alibi, Hale Pele in the area. I really love going to Wakihana in Vancouver.
I was like, aren't there quite a few in Vancouver?
there's a couple in Vancouver.
And I
believe
hear
like
there's really a
2.
resurgence, though, too.
There has been a resurgence, and I mean, I think it's,
Allie's balcony.
yeah, my
tiki torches.
my
has a-
house has a tiki bar in it.
Yeah, she lives in a high-rise apartment, so it's not like she has a bunch of space, but she has made her balcony an entire tiki space.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I've put way too much money into that, but I'm so excited about it. During the summer, I usually I have glassware. I have the whole setup in this little teeny tiny little porch area, and it's so much fun. I've got little fake parrots. I got fake palm trees. I've got these.
We need photos stacked.
Yes, I
see this.
Absolutely. I've got
Framed in a way so people can't find out where you live.
Exactly. Yeah, framed in a way where nobody knows where I live. But there's little. I have these little tiki torches that are also speakers, so they look like fake tiki torches, and they play music, and I have a whole tiki playlist that plays. I quite love it. It's one of my favorite things. So that's really cool. You ran into a guy going to a tiki convention.
I mean,
From the Food Network.
That's
Allie
what
has
he
the
does.
most niche but passionate interests, goth and tiki and Oregon football.
Yeah.
And
Monster
Go Ducks,
trucks
yeah.
and WWE and.
can I tell you
I'm
a
just a
monster
12-year-old
truck
boy.
story that I heard the other day?
Absolutely.
So I was hanging out with someone, and we were talking about, not to make things deep again, but we were talking about healing and growth and moving on through life.
Yeah.
And she said this analogy about a monster truck. She goes, when a monster truck is out doing its monster truck thing, they break down all the time,
Yeah.
right? They need a new wheel, door, transmission, whatever. And then they get their new wheel, door, transmission, whatever, and then they're back to doing their thing. And us humans can be and are like monster trucks. Sometimes we just need to take a little extra care of our wheel, door, transmission. And I've been saving that story, and then you just said something about monster trucks. So
There is a grave digger in all of us. There's a maximum
she said
destruction
it,
in all of
not
us.
me. There's a grave digger in all of us.
That's the big monster truck.
I know who he is, but people might cut this and put it on the internet. What's the shark one?
Megalodon.
Yeah, there's a megalodon in all of us.
There's a megalodon in all of us. There's a maximum destruction in all of us.
Wow.
There's a monster mutt in all of us.
So next time you feel down,
think about monster trucks. That's what I do. I just do
Thank
that
you.
already, but that metaphor now enables
I
me.
thought I saw Allie's eyes kind of water up.
Yes!
A beautiful
I've never
story.
seen Allie cry. I'm talking about monster truck transitions. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, it is Friday. I have had the world's longest morning.
Yes.
I love being here, but the point of this being unbuttoned is that I can exist in free fall.
Yes.
So speaking of Vegas,
Yes, absolutely.
we have a game.
Yes, we do have a game, and this
So
one I'm
Vegas
excited about.
is known, for people go to Vegas, they get married, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. So producer Grayson went on this website called funvegasweddings.com/themed.
Yes.
And it has over 30 themed options of weddings that are available or have been done. So this game is called,
Is it real?
was that a
Or
real
is it
wedding
fake?
or was that a fake wedding?
Yes. Okay. We've
So-
got some topics. I think we have about 16 here. So if we want to go through as many as we want,
Rapid fire.
that's down.
All right, supervillain, real or fake? Real.
That's a real wedding. What do you
Real.
think?
Sorry.
Oh,
No, that's okay.
Underwater, real or fake? Let's just round robin. Do you think underwater is real or fake? And then the winner, if you get it right, you get your card, and then
Yes.
whoever has the most wins.
Mhm.
I just created the game. Huh.
Yeah. Ah,
Underwater, real or fake?
Real.
Nope.
What?
Paris, real or fake? Real.
real.
What? Allie, you can't cheat. That was my question.
Oh, okay. All right.
Viking, real or fake?
Oh, Viking weddings are real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paris wedding
Thank you.
had to be real. I need to have a.
There has got to be an underwater wedding. Maybe not in Vegas. Though.
I have to have a chat with funvegasweddings.com/themed. Intergalactic, real or fake?
Real.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Country.
Countries, God.
What
Wait.
country?
Yeehaw.
Oh.
Oh, like
Yeehaw,
Western? Real?
I was going to say, that has to be
I almost
real.
said a bad word. Graveyard. Ugh.
No.
Why do I feel like you have a graveyard?
It's real to me. It's real to me.
Okay.
Yeah, there
2
you
for
go.
Allie.
Yay.
Circus, yeah.
Fake.
Oh.
What? Freddy Krueger. That has to be real. Ha.
It's too specific to be real.
Mama's staging a comeback. Okay, Dracula. Oh my.
It's real to me.
I think Allie's already winning. Cowboy.
Cowboy?
What's the difference between cowboy and country?
Yeah, I would say yeah. What?
No, what? It's fake.
Disney. Duh. What? Grayson, where did you find this website? Beetlejuice. What is wrong with
I'm having a great time.
Yes,
Yes,
'cause
this
she's
is
winning.
real to me.
It is real. Fairy
Yay!
tale.
Fairy tale, yes.
Renaissance. The Renaissance of what time?
The Renaissance.
Beyonce.
Yes, thank you. Yes, the real Renaissance.
Sure,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Yeah,
Pirate.
I mean,
Whatever.
really
Allie won.
She won all the spooky ones.
I can't believe all of those went my way. That's
Grayson,
crazy.
question: is it weddings
got-
that they have hosted,
Just
or
put a
just
ring on
like
it.
these
The
are
things
things they offer?
You know, I think I'm gonna do a Dennis Rodman and marry myself, but at like a graveyard Beetlejuice Dracula wedding. I think that would be
I'm
fun.
gonna do a Dennis Rodman, dye my hair, and pierce my eyeball.
And hang out with Kim Jong Un at some point. I don't know.
Oh,
We're getting spicy.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, not that. But it's a joke.
I'm not going to do that.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. But also, question: if you could have any theme for your wedding, what would it be?
You want to hear something embarrassing about what I want at my wedding?
What?
I want to walk down the aisle to a piano instrumental version of Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
I think that would be wonderful.
Or like a string.
String quartet.
But also another thing about me,
Nice.
I do see myself eloping. Like if I am in love with someone and I know I want to marry them, I'm not waiting.
Okay,
Wow.
that's fair.
At any moment.
At any moment,
You could be my next victim.
At any moment, you
Surprise,
can get married,
we're married.
Jeremiah, what would be your like dream wedding? Shoot for the moon.
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe on the moon. No, that's really
You and
interesting.
Gail King.
Because I think a lot of people think about their wedding day way more than I do.
Yeah.
I really have not put that much thought into it, but I like the classic vibe, like walking out to strings,
I just
something
want to be
classy.
me and my honey, and I've been to big weddings, I've been to small weddings. They make me so emotional. There's like
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
you can so feel the love, and love is the only thing that matters.
I
in that
love
sort
love,
of-
and
love
I
love
cry
as
at
well.
almost every wedding. I love weddings. I just haven't thought about my own that much.
Yeah,
That's fair.
well, I
That's
mean,
fair.
I
I'm
would
nowhere
assume
near a
my
wedding. so-
partner would be the person that would be like, "This is what we're gonna do," and they would get.
And you're just like, okay, cool.
They probably wouldn't say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? But they can organize that. I would just show up. I think that's
Perfect.
You know, that's kind of the best way to
Hopefully
do
on
that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allie's gonna have the Beetlejuice goth pirate graveyard
On a
wedding.
pirate ship.
I want to do something gothic in the woods, like something kind of spooky with fog, that kind of thing.
Like real fog that comes from the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, like
Okay.
real. I mean, we
Oh.
can pop some fog in too. Who knows? But
Special effects?
I love some special effects. I would love to do like dark gothic wedding in the forest, but also at the same time, I want the University of Oregon marching band to be there.
Yes.
I don't know how. I just want them there. They're invited.
Yeah.
For
they
whenever
should
that
play you down the
happens.
aisle.
Yeah. Yes.
What is
Would
the
you do a
University-
night wedding?
Ooh.
It
Or like a
depends.
dusk wedding, or like a dawn wedding.
Ooh.
Like
Dawn.
make everyone wake up at 3 in the morning.
No.
for your wedding.
You know, I can barely wake up at 7, so that's I don't know if that's going to happen. But whatever the University of Oregon marching band schedule is.
Whatever their availability allows. So it's
Whatever
not
their
gonna be during the
availability
fall or
allows.
spring.
Yeah, so definitely not. Well, I would definitely probably do like. I wouldn't do it during the football season.
Well, yeah.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Biggest pet peeves. Somebody having a wedding during the football season. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. I'm not showing up. Get it out of here.
I would
hate
say that. Well, I mean, I'm not an antagonist, so I wouldn't just plan my wedding for you not to be there.
Ah.
Also, if I've said it once and you didn't hear me, I am nowhere near a wedding, so we are
No,
not worried
neither
about
am
this.
I. This is all like crazy pie in the
Speculative.
sky,
In the future.
speculative stuff. But
at any moment, you could
But at
elope.
any moment, it could be you.
it could be you. But I will say, I did have a friend who
Amazing.
I told her, I was like, hey, if you schedule your wedding during the fall, I might not be able to show up because Oregon football runs my life.
You're being proactive, though, and I think that's so important.
Guess what? She scheduled it on one of their home games.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part of that
Oh.
story.
She told her friend not
A friend of mine scheduled her wedding during a University of Oregon home game, and I just was like,
to. Not.
I can't be there. I can't
Are
be
you
there.
joking?
I can't be there. I can't be there.
Allie,
I can't be there.
there will be more games.
Oh,
There could
you
be
don't
more weddings.
understand.
That is true.
Statistically.
I mean, yeah.
I very
But you
clearly-
told her.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I told her, yeah. So
Was she upset?
well, she's also across the country, so it was one of those things where it was like, you probably weren't going to make it anyway. So I'm going to send a very, very nice gift.
Yeah.
A very nice
Okay.
gift.
Okay.
Either
Yeah.
your presents or presents.
That's
how you do
true.
it.
Give me $1,000 and I'll let you miss my wedding.
Speaking of friends, though, I feel like you guys have bestie vibes galore.
A little bit, yeah.
But you've only known each other for how long? A year?
A little more than a year.
more than a year.
Yeah, I can't even really remember the first time we hung out, but we have just gotten to know each other. I only have 30 seconds to say this, so I'll make it brief. Allie is one of the most genuine, kindest, talented, and humble people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. If I had a fraction of the talent that she did, I would not bother being humble about it. But she has such grace and kindness, and I think more than anything, I just admire her.
You took up all 30 seconds.
I did take up all 30 seconds. So, Allie,
Yes.
that wraps up our first week of Tower Talk Live.
Oh my gosh, it did?
Yes.
My goodness, we're at the end.
No, this is just the beginning, folks.
I thought we had so much more time, but my goodness, that was amazing. What is happening on Monday?
We are going to be joined by KOIN 6's newest anchor. You might know her from around town, but she's new to us, Mia Villanueva. We're going to get to know her. You're going to get to know her in a way that maybe you haven't before. So we'll find out all about her, ask her, the deep personal questions like, would you rather run in a marathon or drive a race car?
And then I'll be able to say nice things about you.
Stay tuned.
I said I did on purpose. Now she has the whole weekend to write down all the nice things about me.
I'm going to be creating an essay. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.